All right, welcome everybody to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thank you for being here. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're doing some Lego related stuff or some nerdy related stuff where you're just chilling at home. If you are one of the many who put this kind of content on in the background and do some chores, thank you for clicking in. Really appreciate it. I don't think I ever say make sure to like and subscribe. That seems very trite and not really genuine, so I don't care what you do, but if you like it, come back and chat, and we'll hang out. Ask questions about Lego, about Star Wars, about designing in studio, about Austin FC. We'll do some constructive conversation. So I may be checking my phone to make sure Beth is coming home okay. Getting back into designing the Q2 Stadium. The only thing I'm going to be doing for the next couple months probably is sorting. I got quite a few little bitty sets to sort through. And I'd also like to make sure that I get a jump on the project for next year. The theme bending Star Wars sets or Star Wars models. So we'll give that a shot. Good evening, Bev. I hope you're doing well. So I recently discovered this figure. Didn't really discover him. I recently found a hand that I could use for him. This is Pong Krell. He is a sort of an infamous Jedi character from the Clone Wars during the Umbaran campaign. He's a very militant general. And toward the end, it was kind of obvious that he was turning the clones against each other, and so he was killed. But he's a pretty rare minifigure. I know the focus isn't really great on that camera, but it's because he's got this piece that's basically like a full torso. And then there's Jedi robes underneath with white arms. So it's a very unique build. I don't know any other figures that kind of look like that. I do have a microfighter for him. There's a CIS ship called a DH Omni, which is basically like a sphere that's been split in half. And it's kind of like a, not a battleship, but like a freighter cargo carrier that was not seen in any of the movies. And I don't think was seen in the cartoons, but made an appearance in some games and video games and stuff. So I'm going to stick him on that because there was a campaign that he ran with some clones that involved a couple of those ships. So I figured he's a cool character to have out there. Everybody knows who he is in Star Wars world. So I'll stick him on that ship that nobody knows anything about. Voice is already going out. So I don't know how long I'll be going today, and there's no coffee or beer. So I don't think it's alcohol or caffeine that's causing I think it's just the end of the day. My voice is tired, blah, blah, blah. Allergies, who knows? So anyway, gonna get on with design time here. I was looking up the price of Pong Krell before the stream started and knew it goes up to $200. So brand new. Includes a double lightsaber, all that kind of stuff. No scratches, nicks, or paint, whatever. $200 down to $80. Now mine, you can't really see, but on one of the arms, it has a couple dings on one of the arms over here. So I'm going to say this is used. Body has a crack. No, that's... it's probably in this area somewhere. So $60, $70 if I wanted to get rid of it. So will have to keep it. I need to keep a list of like all the cool minifigures that I have that are on microfighters that are just sitting out on tables. So anyway, there's that one. So we'll be getting into, I'll close this out, more of Q2 Stadium, and it's just going to be this process. So where we left off was deciding that this area was probably not going to be exact. And I do have a photo of this area right here. There are other photos I have that are a little closer to this section, but this mainly shows like where this pillar is going to be in comparison to where the roof is going to be. You can even see that, and I wouldn't mind doing this. Hi, Missy, how are you? The roof actually goes over this a little bit, so this would help with moving this pillar over. Now that's something I hadn't considered, is how much this doesn't completely, like, it looks like from this angle the roof goes toward basically the goal line, so everything above here, I mean, it looks pretty in line right there. So let's bring in the field and we'll take a look. Maybe we can make some adjustments. I'm going to be doing this for about an hour and then I'll switch back over to the AT-AT. The AT-AT was finished. I went through it and finished putting it all together. So now I can start the process of looking at how to change everything up to be RoboForce. And I think that'll be a fun process. So again, I hope you're all doing well. I do have... Oh, you built the Lego Squirtle? That's amazing. I've noticed that some of the Pokemon sets are now much smaller. They're the Smart Brick ones, but they're where I would put a Pokemon set. 50 pieces, something like that, like really small. I would build a lot of those. So just make all those, you know? Sure, you're gonna have to come up with different prints for all their faces and stuff, but I mean, a couple of the eyes you could probably reuse. I think people would be okay with stickers for certain patterns on heads and things, but the people, the fans seem to like flowers okay. Get creative with some of the NPU, you know, get some different part usage in there. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to pause for a second and go find, I think I'm going to need my inhaler for a second. The allergies seem to be catching up with me, so give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know if the inhaler helps. The reason my throat closes up or it feels like I can't talk is apparently allergy related, but neither the ENT nor the allergist really know what causes it. So we did the skin allergy test and it found I was allergic to dust mites and mold, and I'm like, okay, everything inside a house, right? So, what's up, Johnny? So the first things first, I was showing everybody earlier the new hotness, the Pong Krell action figure, jeez. I've been watching too much Secret Galaxy. Minifigure that I just found a replacement hand for. He'd been missing a brown hand this whole time, and I don't know why. Turns out brown hands are actually kind of not common. Unless you're looking at like an African American figure, and I didn't have any that were missing one hand or had an extra. I didn't have like extra hands hanging around or anything. So for whatever reason, I finally found one, and I do have a microfighter I can put him with, so we'll do that sometime. Just for fun, I also got this at my local grocer. They had this, so if I don't do this soon, I may try to get Beth to build it with me, or I may get one of my kids to build it with me. Speaking of my kids, I was supposed to be doing this stream with my son Greg, but I hadn't heard from him. So he wants to do some kind of stream together. Greg, if you're watching, you gotta let me know, man. And I'm assuming it's going to be on whatever platform he wants to do, and I'll just kind of join him. So we'll see what happens. So if we're looking at this, and we'll take a crack at maybe expanding this a little bit. Now that I'm not building it for show anymore, I'm really building it for display. It looks like this pillar is about a little, I almost want to say like 3/8 the way across here. I'm very proud of the fact that the LED strips that I put up here are in the exact same place that the lights are here. So I really like that bit. So what I want to do is, if we take a look at this, you can see, like if we're looking down, oh, that's what I was going to do before I lost my voice. We're going to put the field in here real quick. This is the field that I had come up with, and it's not a brick built field because I think a brick built field would be insane at this size. Now this may break the computer, so we're gonna kind of ooch this in here, make sure that this is all right. That's not gonna line up at all, I can already tell. So we'll do half. Yeah, the base plates just are infuriating. So let's do this. Plate. Get a big old plate on here. How you doing, Johnny? How's things? You guys haven't checked it out. Johnny has finished his Minas Tirith, and it looks fantastic. I am excited to get that sometime next year. Honestly, I didn't get to see much of the building process. I kind of skipped through some of the VODs to see like the big chunks come together and hear your commentary about it. But I was kind of keeping away from it only because I want to kind of be surprised by it. So I didn't want to run into like little hidden build things like they sometimes do, where they put like story features in there. So I was kind of skimming through to see what it all kind of came out like at the end. All right, so if we're looking at this, and I'm not a huge, like, I don't really have a stake in the rock game. Like whatever Lego designers do for it, it's probably adequate for me. But looking at it, I know they use a lot of those long, like 4x8, like right and left curve slope pieces for rocks. Mostly because you can cover a lot of space that way. But it ends up looking like a magma flow, right? Because it's very smooth and curved rather than jagged, which is what I imagine what Minas Tirith is built out of. It's built out of a mountain, not a volcano. So, all right, so if we're looking at this, trying to get the alignment of the view here. So if I'm looking at it like right here, I'm about this high up in the stadium, and it does look like the field actually goes out a little bit more than this. So that's good to know. So let's see. Let's add a little bit of field here. Let's say that it connects. Let's group it first of all. And the field may change too. Like it's off obviously because the middle line is, there's no middle between these two. So if I wanted to, I could put green jumpers in here to make it exact, but I think from this scale, it's probably good enough, right? Looks like a soccer field. So let's give it a little more field to work with. Let's say right about here. And if you notice, these things are in the way here. These are going to need to be pushed back. The TV ad space right here goes right in front. So, I mean, ideally, that'll be moved back, but in front of the little walkway right here. I just wanted to give us a little more. It looks like the goal line is, I mean, this is probably good. Maybe even a little further down. Let's do one more stud. Let's do one more right there. Happy little trees. All right, that should give us a little bit of room. It's a little bit better. It's like I'm looking at the line and it looks like it's hitting the 4th seat. And at this angle, it's hitting the 2nd seat. I think that'll be fine. The brown makes him look a little bit off when I'm going in the movie. But I'm going off the movie and it looks more white with each. Yeah, they wanted to. I think the whole idea was that it was built using the mountain, right? They didn't pull rocks from a different area to make it work. They basically built. It's almost like it was carved right off the mountain, like a marble relief, right? The castle was already in there. From what I understand, it was basically built like the top part where everything happens, the throne room and stuff, that was built first. Then it was extended out a little bit because there was like they kind of sheared off some of that. It was an imposing piece of mountain apparently. And then later they built the ring at the bottom, then consecutive stuff up the middle to give it. And I've heard people say this, not really understanding, I feel, what the whole point of it was, but they're like, it's just such a mess of like how it takes you forever to get up there. And I'm like, that's the point. If somebody breaches the gate, they have to kind of snake to get all through the other doors to get up there. That's a lot of attrition if you're fighting from above them. So, so not really adding to this too much, but if we're looking at this now, this is the front of the roof panel here. I only made it come to here, which is about here. So I think what I want to do is just to see, we'll divvy this up per section later, but let's say that I wanted to add another 16 by 16 plate to this. And we'll just see how far out it goes. I'm gonna get another one of these plates in here. I just want to see what it looks like. This is so massive. And Beth is home. Hello, Beth. Hello, Beth.
Hi.
I'm already losing my voice.
Just started. Hi.
I know I just started like 10 minutes in and I'm already losing my voice. I think I need to do vocal warm-ups during the day because I don't talk to anybody.
Time just for a second.
Sure. Give me 1 second. She says hi back. Give him liquor. Ow. I need booze. You know what? Screw it. I'll be right back. This was amazing. All right, sorry y'all. Got myself a beverage. If my voice is gonna go out, I might as well just enjoy myself. So, Beth and I were talking because today we put down a deposit on our UK trip. It'll soften the vocal cords. That's what I've noticed from going to the UK, going to karaoke, is that my voice may be rough when I start, but about 2 beers in, I'm able to like sing a little better. So yes, it probably dehydrates you, but drinking constantly is what helps. And I also think it relaxes stuff. Plus I haven't had a beer in a while, so this will taste good. All right. So yeah, we put down our deposit on our big UK trip, and we're very excited. It's gonna be a ton of money, but we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities in the UK over 2 weeks. Then we're gonna hoof it over to Denver, see the family for Christmas, and then get back down to Austin. We are both very, very excited about this. Gonna do things like going to, for whatever reason, we had Stonehenge on there, but both of us were like, did we want to go to Stonehenge? So we took Stonehenge off, but we're gonna go see, we have to pick and choose things. Like she really wanted to go to Loch Ness, so we're going to Loch Ness. All I really wanted to do is see a football game, but in December, it's like hit and miss whether you're going to be able to see one. And the one I really wanted to go to is Chelsea, the women's team. And when they're playing, we'll be in Edinburgh, so I'm just like, oh. But now that we met one of the people from Lego at Brick Rodeo, I told them we were going to go to the UK, and they're like, well, text me when you're here, we'll go hang out, and maybe even get us some Legoland tickets, which I think would be amazing. Hang out at Legoland with them for a day. So we only have a couple days in London, so that'd be cool. Go to Legoland one day, go to the Chelsea Stadium to do some shopping or something the next day. Our hotel is right across from the British Museum, so we can go see all the stuff that was stolen from other countries. I think that'll be fantastic. This doesn't look like it's adding a lot. Let me look at the top here. How much more do I need to add? Not much. This is an 8x16 plate. And I have another, I can redo this whole roof section. So this can be, you know what, now that I'm not doing this, so let's do this real quick. Let us break this. And we're going to get rid of this. We're going to shuffle these two down, these guys down. Going to shuffle these guys down. I still don't like this thing right here, but we'll figure it out. We're going to shuffle these two guys this way. And then we're going to add. We're going to get out of this. We're going to add 2 more here. I can get this underneath it. Come on, work with me. Liquid courage for singing. I don't need liquid courage for singing. I don't want to have to do a connect here, and I don't want to have to go under. Under always freaks me out. See? Okay. So now... Yes, I do hope the weather is good as well. It is going to be December, so it's going to be a little wild. All right, so that's probably pretty good. So now I have to go through and extend all these guys, which means this is good for me. I ordered a bunch of these plates for lug bulk. I'm sorry, for the program that shall not be named. But then I didn't think I was going to get it in time to finish the stadium, so I ended up just ordering the parts off Bricklink, which means now I have like 20 of these plates, so I can extend these for sure. But the next step is then to come up under here, and I'm just going to have to shore all this up. There's no way this is going to stay by itself. I still like these things, but I am going to have to work on this to make it really stable. I'm just going to have to pick a section, kind of tear it all down, put it together, see what works really well, because I can't really trust the physics at this scale, right? I know I want it to come out to this level here, maybe even more. Like I almost want it to come out. What's the longest 6x24 plate? What kind of plate is that? That can't be a real plate. Oh, it is. And it comes in white. Ooh. That's good to know. 6x16, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So if I replace, is there a 4x16? I don't think there is. No, 4x12. 6x16 is pretty good. Which means, does it come in white? And how expensive is it? It does, and it's $3 a plate. Never mind. Like, it's one thing to, you know, have some things that are like $1 or something, but like, but this would be great. I could also just put another to these up front. And I think that would give me the depth that I want. All right. So yeah, I'm hoping actually for cold weather, but not miserable rainy weather. We're going to Edinburgh specifically. Okay, so right here, a little bit, yeah, a little bit, I think. How high are we on the thing? We're about here. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. So that's the next step, is to take all of this and extend it out a little bit, which means then too, this guy, and that means all of this gets extended out too. And I can probably just slide this over right now so I can see what it looks like. But this also means that I can move this guy over without feeling so bad about it. If that came out to about here, trying to visualize, I could probably get away with moving this guy to about here. just want to... The field and everything is in the way. Let's do him chunky move. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably good. Yeah. This will give us a little more. Oh, that's perfect. This will give us a little more room to work with this in here. That works great. Yes. It's all coming up Millhouse. It's not exactly lined up. You can see it's probably needs to go. And this is going to break everybody's brain. If I do white and then just hide it all. And then probably needs to go here. Nope, here. Yeah, I think that's where it needs to go. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at another image, see if I've got another one that close up. All my goofy pictures with my friends and family. There's a pretty good picture. Oh, pause. This was an amazing rainstorm. So, look at this. That's crazy. That's Rowan. This was the best rainstorm. So you can see where this goes. There's one level here, and then this hits up on the up on the concourse. It also means that the concourse, this thing has to be a lot taller. So we'll work on that here right now. But yeah, this was nuts. And then right out, like, we were all having a good time partying, and it was raining and everything. They had called the game, and then the lights went out, the power went out, and it was scary for about 500 milliseconds, and then everyone lost their dang mind because for whatever reason, like, the scoreboard was still lit up, so it kind of lit everything up, and everyone just started going crazy, and the band was still playing. You know, it was a lot of fun. I know I've got a photo of, so this is a close-up, but it's hard to tell. I did take some photos, but I apparently need to take some more. We're allowed to go back in. We usually do work on the, like, right in here, actually. This is the area that we're working in on the ground here to paint the TIFO. They're allowing us this space in here because this is the biggest space we can find that's covered. It's outside, so the last couple of months have been really hot. And this is a wind tunnel too, so we have to make sure everything's taped down, and that's not it. I don't think I've got another one of that section specific. Oh wait, I do. Okay, perfect. This is, I thought I did. Okay, so from this angle, I'm all the way on the other side here. This is the north, so South Gate's over here, Zebra Gate's over here, there's no gate here. I'm by the Northwest Gate. So it looks like this is part of this because it's got an angle in it. But you can see how much, like, this needs to come up a little bit, I think. It just needs to. I tried, it doesn't even really come in contact with those seats. So you can tell the slope's just different. I'm just gonna have to raise it all up. So let's work on that. Put you down here, my little sizing buddy. Now that we don't need the field anymore, I'm gonna get rid of the field because that's just adding to the craziness of the memory usage. So let's try, that's this one. Let's try just raising it up. sure I got everybody here. Nope. So I need this little guy. Nope. That. I guess I'll take him with me. So let's go up to about here. And we'll fill in this area with these guys. So what's everybody's plans for the upcoming weekend? Anybody got anything cool going on? Also, what did everybody have for dinner tonight? If you've had dinner. Beth and I are on our don't eat out, but also eat healthy kick. So we're back to apple, chicken sausages, and vegetables, and hummus. So like I'll get the hummus out, and we'll get a handful of raw vegetables, dip it in the hummus, and then have a sausage with mustard. I like to wrap my sausage in a tortilla with a piece of cheese, which kind of defeats the purpose of eating healthy. But it's not fried. It's just one piece of low-fat cheese, you know. Although I did discover tortillas with butter and honey. Oh, where's this been all my life? Flying to Connecticut. Oh, that's right. You guys got to go to your Connecticut trip this weekend. All right, I think that's one level too high, but still, we still got a ways to go to get up there. So I think this is going to be okay. So let's look at the back. This needs to be green. I don't know why that is as it is. Let's move this guy down here. We're getting to the point where I may need to start using the Connect tool because the software is really struggling with where to put everything. Let's do our plate. And then Johnny's going to Florida. This can extend out, so this can be another. Chicken bowl for dinner. Like a Chipotle chicken bowl. So this is going to need to continue to go up all the way to the top of the this is going to be a problem. I'm shifting plates to brick, or brick to plates, and it's throwing off my count. Like that, but from Costco can get 3 in a box. Oh yeah, very good. We let our Costco membership lapse. We weren't really using it. It's just me and Beth, and sometimes it's like I don't know that we really need this, but okay. The problem I'm going to run into now is this is all going to be. Well, wait a minute. This is one section, and then I don't think it's hard to see. I see it from here? That's the wrong side. I should have gone to the game tonight so I could have got more pictures. don't think... And there's a level there, but it goes kind of around the side. So it does go over here. So let's do... But I don't know how far. I don't have anything that just shows... Like, I can't tell what this shape is right here. And I don't think I have anything... I want to keep that. Can I open this in a new tab? Background tab. Okay, thank you. This is a better look, but it's still like not really exactly what I need. That's the wrong side of the stadium. We only use it for certain things like barbecue, jerky, bites, snack. Yeah, I mean, there are things that I like, and I also like having it to go check for deals on Lego. I just wasn't buying a whole lot of Lego this year, so I had no reason to go. But like we could have used. This kind of gives me an idea. It looks like it just goes back a little bit, but I can't really tell what that means. We could have gotten a mattress there. We could get tires. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that you can get. We just weren't using it to its fullest potential. We don't have a family that's huge. Oh, this may be a pretty good one if I can zoom in. Ignore Rowan's face. See, it looks like these aren't really... It looks like it's another one of these. Like that. Honestly. That may be it. Okay. So let's put a... This has to be green underneath it, though. Because the green all the way up. So this will need to be a... At least... Let's do this. See how expensive this part is. Because I think it needs to go all the way back. No, maybe not that far. I guess just 6. I do like the snacks. I've got clothes from there. Washcloths. We usually will also go before a party. I'm gonna stagger this because it's gonna need to be staggered. And we'll go get like snacks and even like box wine. Beth likes some of their box wines. So, all right. So then same on this side. This isn't green all the way through here, I don't think. I don't think I have a better image of the tunnel. That was so infuriating because right behind this is the tunnel. Yeah, I think it's green pretty far back. So let's take it green all the way to the edge of the, just to be safe. Which means, oh, I've already got it set. Okay, well, let's just do that. I don't exactly know how far, and honestly, nobody's going to be looking this close into it. It's just me making this hard on myself by doing it. So then, this will need to be built up. Okay, cool. Enjoy walking the dog. So I'm going to... Yeah, let's just make a wall of this. These are just 6s. Yeah. I'm hitting paste a lot, and I don't see the part appearing, so I'm worried there's going to be random parts like all over the place that are just like popping into existence. Hey, thanks for that. I selected 4 of you and hit copy, and guess how many showed up? Okay. So this can be longer. This can be 4 by 6, 10. Let's put a 10 in here. And then we'll do another plate here. And how long is this? 4. So brick. And again, a lot of this will, it bears repeating, but a lot of this will then be looked at later and determined that it needs support behind it somehow. Fully aware that just stacking 2 by 6 bricks is not the best way to go, but I don't really know what else to do with it. So, okay. Now, because I have this awesome photo, God, I almost want to do like, okay, so here's totally not what I wanted to do at all. I think these even could be, nope, that's the right size, but I think because I mean down here this needed to be only half. It's definitely not this big, but again, it's way too tall. So it's gonna look weird. It's gonna be not perfect. making decisions about stuff. How big? I still have this guy over here. How big is this guy? I think I determined that this was the actual size of people. It's not much bigger. I'm trying to determine if I can raise this up one more level, but so this would be the figures. This would be the size of a person if we allowed people to make themselves as, excuse me, like if we did a funding event where you get to make yourself as a little figure and then populate the stadium, and everybody gets, you know, there's a lot of buckets of 1 by 1 round pieces, and then you just make yourself out of 5 of them, 4 if you're a kid, kind of thing. And I think this was roughly the size we came up with, because this is like about how big the shops were. Could probably even be one more, but I think they start looking weird at 6. So, but it's like also each of these seats, I see the micro figures fitting in these seats, but anything bigger than this, it doesn't feel like they would all fit in those seats. So choice is always interesting I have to do? Do you have odd colors in areas that you won't see for as you build, so you don't have to just get them in stadium color? Oh yeah, for sure. Which is the reason these are all just colored in brown. I'm not going to see these at all. This was just an indication to me, these two colors, that I think at one point I thought 2x6 bricks in brown were the cheapest. I think I had looked on Bricklink and found that out, because I think if you ask Studio, it's going to say it's like, oh yeah, cheapest for that color, reddish brown. That's why I did it. Just as an indication that I'm not going to see these. But some of these, like this, I'll probably see. But I mean, okay, so here's the reality. Oh, look at all this stuff. Oh, because I have all this hidden. Okay. Here's the reality of it. Like, here's how people are going to see it from like this angle, right about here, all the way around, right? But they'll probably be about this far away, right? Let's put them like right here. So they're not going to see, you know, you've seen what the stadium looks like. If you're standing outside of a Lego build, even if it's a big one, and you're looking at it from any certain angle, it's going to look like this. This is really all you're going to see. So all the painstaking stuff that I'm doing to get this tunnel right, nobody's going to see that. Barely anybody's going to see the little area underneath this pillar that's painted right, or that the angle of the seats is right. It's stuff like that that makes me want to build it, because I know. But at the end of the day, people are going to walk by it and look at it for 5 minutes, and they're really not going to care. They're just going to notice that it's a giant Lego set that's built out of green and black and white bricks, and it looks like the soccer stadium. That's it. They're going to ask if it's glued. They're going to ask if it's, you know, how many bricks it was, how long did it take to put together. They don't really care that the tunnel is the proper dimensions. So, well, the newer brown should be fine as long as you're getting newer brown. And a lot of the stuff I'm getting, I'll be ordering either directly from Lego or getting a pab wall or something like that. So, but again, the actual, I don't think I took any pictures of it. I think I did. Did I take a picture of this recently? Yeah, so they're not even 2x6 bricks back here. It's 2x4s and 1x1s. Just alternating and making towers. You know? It still does? Man, that's unfortunate. Well, I think the next cheapest color is probably in 2x6. I think is like teal or medium brown or something. So like this is where the tunnel comes out right here. It's completely covered. You don't see it. And there's a giant building along this back here. So most of this stuff, you won't even see the shops, you know? So I started worrying about like what was behind in here in the shops holding it all together. I'm like, nobody's going to see that. Nobody cares. Do I put tiles on the thing? No, nobody cares. So anyway, so I think this is good. Oh, I had a really good photo of that. Where did it go? This is not my photo. Why is that on caps lock? All right, we're gonna do this for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna jump over to the the AT-AT. That's not it. There it is. Okay. So I think, despite this being the right size, I think I'm gonna, because these have stairs going down into them, so I'm gonna need to make little stairs here. This is just such a weird shape. Yeah, I don't know what this shape is. can't really tell. Did I have another picture of that? I should go through like social media, find people who have taken pictures, because that area behind that post is a great area for photos, because there's a couple restaurants. It's a little more wide open. It's not as cramped. People stop there a lot to take photos. I just need something right along, like here, but on the other side. I'm hoping somebody snapped that. I don't want to go through. Oh, this might have an okay look. So yeah, they're just... So it's a triangle piece up here, and it looks like just another... I can't tell. Plus there's stairs in it. Stairs in the middle and stairs on either side. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. I'm gonna have to go next time I'm at the stadium and work on this. All right, so let's take a break from this. Did some good work finding the width of this, getting the height of this. It doesn't feel like it's a whole lot of work, but it's every little bit helps. So we'll save that. And while that's figuring out what it needs to do, we'll get rid of this. So RoboForce, for those who weren't familiar or weren't around in 1997 collecting Lego, RoboForce was this kind of small offshoot of, it felt like all the different, or at least some of the different space themes up to that point. They really didn't have a cohesive style, in that you can tell like they all use different colors, different highlights of stuff. I mean, it was like, it could be Blacktron, it could be Space Police, it could be Ice Planet, it could be Blacktron 2, it could be Explorians. Like, it was really hard to tell. But what it did have, at least on two of them, were these rotating legs, these big rotating leg things. And they were vaguely, not really animal-like, but they were vaguely, I don't know. These were almost like robotics. I don't know if you guys remember robotics. They were like kind of dinosaur-y, kind of not, you know. Like, I don't know why this guy's got a spaceship on his head, you know. But, so the idea is then to take the AT-AT, which I got finished, which was a pain in the butt, but I think it turned out pretty good, is to take this guy and adapt him to a style of a robotics, right? So 1997, I feel, was like the tail end of space stuff. If we take a look at, I'm going to do Lego space themes. See if we got a list of these. So yeah, classic space, ads. Classic space up until 87. And then there's different factions. Blacktron, M-Tron, Futron. I wish it just had a list like in order. Like, I don't really need descriptions. Here we go. So classic space, Space Police in 89, Blacktron 87 to 90, Futron 87 to 90. Then in the 90s, so this is where I cut it off, was Insectoids. I'm going to try to use all of these in some form or another. So Unitron is the one I have the least knowledge about. And of course, it's not really going to show anything. I feel like some of the RoboForce could be described as Unitron-ish, because it had the blue canopies, but it had like the green highlights and some blue bricks. I'm not really sure what. I guess it was supposed to be like it was the end of the wars, and Blacktron and Futron had come back together in a unified fashion, and it was Unitron. Like, I don't have any idea. I'll have to read up on that. But these are what I've ended up doing. So RoboForce was just these 4 guys, right? And they say animal-shaped robots. Militaristic theme with animal-shaped robots. The head of each robot was also a small spaceship. That may be important. So if we were to look at this little image again, this one isn't, but I think all the others were detachable spaceships. So here's a little spaceship. I'm assuming the front of this came off a la Blacktron 2, and then this probably came off, right? So if we're looking at our AT-AT, this head is only being held on by one little pin in here. And it's not even the kind that you can go inside and move around or anything. It's just held on by this one pin and can be moved around. So if we wanted to, we could put another little head on the front of this that's a spaceship, and it can detach itself. So there were wheels. I'm trying to look at the actual sets, because one of these, they had these shuffling legs, they had the wheeled legs. I think one of these guys didn't have moving legs. His were wheeled as well. So they're very small wheels under here. So there were 2 of them that were wheeled. So they had legs in the strictest sense, but it was like Trojan horse, where they just kind of, they were stationary legs and you just pushed them on wheels. I wish this showed the full image. Can I get rid of this, all this crap around it? Anyway, there's wheels under there. So the first thing, let's get rid of this. I did the full set so I could put it up on Rebrickable. They have a new thing now. Let me show you if you're not aware. If you go to Rebrickable and go to sets, you can find a set, and sometimes if people are really nice, which one was this? 8192. Nope. 8129. So this is the set, right? They now have a tab called Models, where you can add the digitally completed model that somebody made in IO. So if you wanted to download this into IO and have a fully functioning model, somebody's done that for you. It's going to be one of these where this is never full because nobody wants to take the time to do this. So I've done a handful of them because I wanted to do this. Excuse me. I wanted to do this project. So I've got the Scout Walker, the A-Wing, and now the ATST, or the AT-AT, the AT-AT. I thought I had a photo. Let me see if I can just find Lego that's going to show everything in the world. That's it? That's all it's going to show? Okay. So that was 2 brick rodeos ago. I can probably get rid of all these. I don't need these photos gumming up the works. Although I may have put it in a shared folder, so. I'm trying to see if I still had a photo of my dang, yo. So I got to sit next to this dude, the guy who made this. tower a couple years ago, Corey. He's really cool. He was a lot of fun to talk to. This actually there was a big piece of wood under here with a big metal pole up in here, but nothing was attached to the pole. They built it around it. It just kept it from like tipping over. There was no load bearing on any of this. And he's like, in fact, we put packing material inside next to the pole so it wouldn't shimmy so much. I was like, that's really cool. God, get through the brick rodeo stuff, man. It's all lit up at night. Goodness. I just want my own stuff. There we go. I just remember that. Let me know if you get this joke. This is a great joke. I'm gonna have to send this to is this saved? I think my son may have sent it to me. I don't think it's on here. I think it's on my phone, but this is somebody's. I don't know why that's on there. Tour of Legoland. Yeah, it was. It was after I did the Capitol. I still have a photo of the theme bent ships that I already have. So yeah. So this got built for that, but that means I can get rid of this. There is a sled inside here that I may want to keep the idea of it. This whole sled in here is a good idea. There should be figures on that. But most Lego sets of the time also had like other little fun things, like you'd open up a thing and a rover would come out, or a separate little spaceship. So having the having this in here may be cool. Yeah, the fusion technique. All right, so the first thing that's going to happen, I hate to get rid of these legs, but what I may do is build legs this high, but then we're going to put them on those classic shimmying. So it's essentially, how wide is this? It's not very wide. Is it even 10? Yeah, I don't even think it's 10. This thing's gonna topple over so fast. So we have two of these and they're roughly this far apart. And then we'll have, and then these get really long, so hopefully this is the right length. We may have to adjust so it fits. And then we need a turntable. Bap, bap, bap. I want to do this together because otherwise you have to release it. So to get the shimming technique, you need one turntable in the middle, right? So these two pieces turn like this. So we get that in there, and this will attach up under, like right here, where this thing is, so we can get rid of some of that. There's a lot in here that didn't get filled in by the model. Interesting. This may not be long enough, but it's the longest piece that I'm aware of. There's nothing longer than 16. At least I don't think. What's the longest brick? 12, 16. That's 2 by 10. Yeah, this is about as long as it gets. So we're just gonna have to come up with rather, let's do 2 by 10s. Two 2 by 10s, and we will just join them in the middle with another 2 by 10, like so. Actually, let's put this underneath. Copy, copy. So then we take this guy and we put it over here. So this is going to be heavy on the the turntables. Now the trick is also, I'm going to try to use as much of the original model as I can. But in order to get the swivelness, now this is going to be really small, and it's going to be so top heavy. In fact, I think I might widen the stance a little bit just so it's not top heavy falling over. So let's replace these 10s with 12s. Give it a little more up top stability. Welcome back. Really only the time to walk your dogs is at 9:14 at night because it's just too dang hot. Underneath, please. And on top. All right. So this is a good frame to start. Excuse me. The entirety of the bulk up top here will be sitting on these two plates. So the next thing to do is figure out if there's enough of a frame in here that I can just use to create the body. Wow. My oldest is the capo for La Murga with Los Verdes, supporters section of Austin FC. All of that, those are all words. Austin FC is the soccer team. There's a large supporter group named Los Verdes. There are other supporter groups. Anthem's one of them. The Fighting Leslies is another one of them. The North End Pirates is another one. They're all loose associations with the exception of, I think, Anthem and Los Verdes. And I think Los Verdes is the biggest one. That's the one we're in. Inside of that, but kind of separate from that, is the band called La Murga de Austin. They're mostly drums and horns, and they're what play the music in the stands. Part of that group is a capo, or captain, and they stand in the three risers in front of the supporter group, and they sit there and they conduct everybody. They get everybody up and singing, and they have megaphones and whatever. They have QR codes that say, go to this page to learn all the words. Rowan is a capo, so they stand in front and do all this stuff. They only really do it for one half. You can only really do it for a half because it's a lot of energy and you got to do it for 45 minutes straight. So I just got a picture of, they were on TV because they do, I say TV, they were on the MLS broadcast because they broadcast MLS games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the legs, but I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm also going to hide the discs that go with the legs because I forgot to put them on initially. All right, so looking at this base, there is a base in here that I can use, and it looks like it was just these two squares, which is kind of what I thought they'd be. So this will work out well. I almost just want to keep this base and see if I can get these to attach to it. So what's the measurement of these? Let's like move the legs. Let's move them over here. Along with the stupid dishes and the things that hold the dishes. As my least favorite thing about this software is every once in a while you'll click on something and it doesn't click on the thing, it jerks it, and you still don't have the thing. Oh. Nope. Now I have to re-click on all that stuff. Because it's selected. Did you see that? The way it kind of jerked? Oh, dang it. Dang it, dang it. Why are you making this so difficult, man? Fine, that's good enough. Okay. So there's going to be some things in the way here, but let's move this guy over and raise him up. I feel like I'm changing the oil in a car. So I want to make this stable, so I want to keep the width of this as much as possible. Juke. That's probably good. That looks like it lines up okay. Actually, it looks like it's off a little bit. No, that looks okay. Why does it look off somehow? All right, so let's lower him just a hair. And figure out why it's not lining up. It's probably better. What did these hook into? Oh, the hinges. Okay. Good enough. No, I don't need those. So get rid of these. So the other thing that we're gonna have to do is pick what. Maybe I'll put this up to chat. Which one of these, and I already have an idea which one it'll be, would make the best AT-AT. I'm gonna go with this one, with the bulbous Blacktron 2 looking head, only because I think this would make a better AT-AT head. I think I could get away with making a big thing for a minifigure and put a bunch of stuff around it, have it detach like an actual Blacktron 2 or Robo Force little spaceship, right? It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge spaceship. If we're looking at the, is it a windscreen? I think it's called something else. Maybe a canopy. There we go. This guy isn't nearly as big, right? So if we did 2 of these, and this would be in, the available color is trans neon green. It's probably the cheapest, and I probably have some of these. And then we'll put another one on the other side. And then there's the piece that goes in the middle, and I don't think that's a windscreen, but I don't know. It might be. I'm just trying to gauge the size of what this ship would look like. It may be a panel. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. Right? Yeah, I think that's just a panel. So this is also in trans neon green, so it's going to look like something like this. Right? Oh, you know what? No. Those are not these things. These are these. So they're a little bigger. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any of these. But this makes a little more sense. So let's do 4x plate. This will also help a little bit. If we do a 4x6 plate, let's say. Do this guy in the front, this guy here. Now we can make it a little deeper. Put more of these guys on. So it starts becoming a little better size-wise. It's not great, but comparatively, we're getting there. And these things, there's not a lot I can attach on here, so it's going to have to come over the top or from underneath somehow. There's also different panels that I can introduce. I think. No, those were the windscreens. There was a short version of this. This guy. So you can do this on something and give it a little more like on the side, because these guys should come in that color. Put these guys on the side and then have something like wedges built up on the side that allow you to like wrap stuff around and things like that. So very excited. This is all good. This is all gonna be great. I'm loving this. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that gets replaced. Let's look at the specific RoboForce set. That is this guy. Are we gonna get a better picture of that? 2154. Because it is terrible. I need a really solid... I need a bigger picture. Okay, well that's not bad. 800 by 800 is big. Do you guys not appreciate 700 by... It's ridiculously small. Well, this guy is, it's actually built, but I can't really tell what's going on from that picture, sadly, which is weird. I like the alternate builds they had on the boxes for these. There we go. A 4000. This is what I'm talking about. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, see, all this stuff is built in on the back end of this and then some from underneath, but I feel like we can introduce that other panel here and make it have stuff kind of come around the underside a little bit more so it's not quite as hollow, right? But what I was looking at mainly is the color scheme here. So we got black, gray, blue, and odd printed tile stuff that just says Robo on it. I'm gonna have to go through my printed stuff because I think I had 3 of these, but not all of them. I'm gonna have to go through these and see if I have any of these. I know I have these 2 fin things. I know I have these guys, so we'll have to incorporate those somewhere. I have lots of these frickin' antennas. Some of these old tubes, these claws, I don't know if we're gonna use or not. This definitely won't have arms. I don't know that I'm gonna put arms in this. We need to start changing colors on here. So let's do this. Let's also move the head. Luckily, let's just slide him over so I can see, so we can keep the perspective. Okay, cool. And I'll rebuild this guy later, but he's gonna go in the front there. Probably up a little bit. Like right about here. I'm gonna try to keep as much interior structure as possible while changing a lot of the exterior stuff. So for instance, since we see a lot of these, like you can see all this tan. So what I think I'm gonna do, just to give it better highlights, is I'm going to take I'm going to select everything that's tan, because tan looks like the color of stuff that you don't want to see in this set. And I'm going to color it blue. So that's a start. Red stuff I'll keep for now because it's internal, and I'll just see what pieces I have. Why didn't this? Oh, because these were grouped. Okay. Blue. Hey man, there's a whole other human in this house who can feed you. Why you always gotta come running in here when I'm doing stuff? Beth! The cat is bothering me for food. I know, but make him stop. So I don't know if you saw that pop up there. It might do it for this one too. So I copied a couple of these, and this is just for reference when you're doing studio builds. If you make a copy of a subgroup and you make it, let's say you did a bunch of builds, subgroup builds to do like arms and legs and stuff like that, right? And you got multiple groups of that, but you're just like, I already had this done. I'm just going to copy and paste it. Anytime you make a change to that, one of those copies, it's going to give you this message. All linked submodels will be affected by this action, right? So this is going to be on the, whoops. This is going to be on the opposite side over here where I copied and pasted it. So when I come over here and do this and change the color of these 2 clips to blue, now it's going to, these 2 clips have also changed to blue. I don't think I did the same thing for this, but maybe I did. Don't know if that's a okay color or not. And again, you may not even see these colors, but as part of the build, but I wanted to give them highlights. So the next thing is, I think it'll be easy enough to say, once this is all done, go back and, you know, make it less, because this is fairly recognizable as an AT-AT shell, right? I want to kind of keep it that way, but also clunky it up a little bit, if that makes sense. So maybe not keep the same angles. Maybe I'll make these straight, but still segmented. Instead of gray, dark gray in here, change all this to black. make big black sections of it somewhere. Stuff like these little pieces down here I may not even have, because they may get in the way of the legs. In fact, yeah, let's go ahead and... So I made the point of changing all these to blue. But I think I'm going to get rid of... Yeah, maybe not. Alright, let's figure out how to attach... I want to kind of keep these drivetrain things. Let's see if we can just blow it up. Figure out a way to keep all this, because it's pretty cool. This is a whole section here, so we can keep that if we want. And again, this is going to be a part nobody looks at because it's probably going to be facing forward. So whatever we do on this back end is not going to really matter. And now we have a pretty solid... If we keep it about here, pretty good base for setting these guys up. Oh, that's interesting. So I don't know if you can tell there. I've perfectly lined up the underside here. So it's just like any other thing. If you hit the front, this is a perfect alignment view. Doesn't matter if you go up or down, it's going to be dead on. And you can do underneath too if you want. But if you notice, there's a little gap right here. And there isn't one down here. Oh, it's because it's overlapped a little bit. Okay, so that should be better. That should be... But it's not. I need this whole thing selected. It should all be a group. For now. Okay, now it's lined up. Okay, perfect. So now if we attach a brick or something right here, it should line up pretty well. I'm going to... Wow, that really did attach to something in there. So that attached there. So this whole piece attached in here. So I gotta make sure that still fits when the swivel legs are on. Or else there's no real need for this guy in here. He's not really doing anything other than being slightly structural. Like, I don't even see where else he's attached. Huh, interesting. Did it come with the legs? Nope. Didn't come with the head either. Weird. Alright. Because I was going to put a bigger plate in here. But I think I might bump into that Technic piece. Nope. Okay, cool. Alright. Doing that so I can keep this height. And I think literally putting a giant brick down the middle here. Like the biggest one we got. Which I think will be 2 by 12. 2 by 10. Okay. So we'll just have to figure out how to attach all this. But that looks pretty good. And we can raise this up just a skosh. Or just say, hey, you attach here. Just like that. Winner. Chicken dinner. Okay. That should be very, very stable. Nope, let's do... Nope. Get out of that. So this should be plenty stable. I'll probably need to shore up. In fact, I'm just going to do this because this is really how it kind of goes. And it's a pretty big model. So I'm also going to double up on my swing arms, as it were. Which is going to really increase my need for turntables. And turntables are not cheap. If you don't already have turntables, they still make them, but there's some colors that just, for whatever reason, are a problem. All right, so this should still give it all the rotational stuff it needs. I'm not super happy with it being a single spine here. But that's how these things worked. So what I might do is keep this as flat as possible, get rid of all this, and make this one big block underneath, and then cover the underside with tile. So it'll still move, right? But so if it's got a big block, let me see if we can just kind of show you. So instead of one piece like this, there are bricks that are pretty big, like this guy, which are going to be expensive and I don't think really exist. But it says it does. It says it's in the right color. It's only $2. But this is a little better. And then if I put tiles down here, it should stabilize it a little. Right? So it still rotates on this piece right here, but it'll take some of the weight while still being able to move because there's a tile underneath it. Hopefully it won't catch on anything, but what I might do is, I don't have this set. Like, I may have to try to find this set somewhere. Let's actually see. Did I actually get this set? I'm trying to remember if I did. I didn't get too many walkers for some reason. That's work. You know, that's not a bad idea, Johnny. Not a bad idea at all. So instead of this, because then I could even do, the frame could be 4x whatever plates. So what is this? What did I say? 12? So is there a 4x12? You could do this on the front and back. And then turntable. I don't want to do this in the group. Why am I doing this in the group? I'm shouting at the software. Turntable! Like these guys, right? They make them just with this and then the round plates that can go over the top of it. Oh yeah, put them on all four corners too. Yeah, then that way the legs can be stocky. It wouldn't look like these little corners. It's a great idea. I think I can just put a round plate on top of these, right? Yep. That's all I need. So that there. Is that the same width? Yeah, it sure is. And then, no. I'm gonna start throwing stuff at him. He's just sitting here meowing at me. Stupid fat cat. Okay, studio, I'm about had it with you. Click, click, copy, paste. Unbelievable. Okay, cool. Oh, that feels so much better. Because now I don't need to like double up on all this stuff. I still might do like really big undercarriage here and put tiles here, but that would even make it better. These are, can I do 4x10? Plate 4x10.
Shut up! For fuck's sake. Yell at her.
I know nobody can really hear it, but the cat drives me crazy. He just sits there. It might be a little better if he had a cute meow, but he's got this raspy old man meow. Let's put this guy under here because I'm worried that they'll get in the way of each other there. I like this idea so much that I'm just going to get rid of that. He is an old man. Oh, did you do this for just like a classic kind of classic space? He is an old man and I need to treat him a little better. I just wish that there's two humans in here, and for whatever reason he thinks I'm the only one who feeds him, and that's absolutely not true. Beth also feeds the cat, but for whatever reason he just sits there and meows at me. Now, this is easy enough, and I have all these parts, and they're not all perfect gray, so I am going to test this, but actually, let's make these shorter. They don't need to be nearly as big. Do 4x6. And that way, I can also put them like that. Now, the cool thing is that should be it. I don't need to put anything under here except just these big stocky legs. Cool. And just to make them like these two big walls of legs, not 4 legs, but like if both legs, if this is the walker and both legs were just these like plates, so it's just these two big shuffly things. I don't know. I'm gonna have to put wheels on underneath it just so they actually do slide. But let's group this and bring it up to here. Perfect. Thank you so much for the suggestion. That worked a treat. And I'm not terribly worried about it now that it's on 4x4 ones. I'm not worried about it teetering. 6940. Oh, yes. Yeah, I know exactly which one that is. And it's got the, does it have the segmented arms? Yeah. This is a piece I wish they'd bring back. I wish they'd bring back the segmented pincer arm things. Oh, so great. Yeah, this is exactly what I want to do with the AT-AT legs. Is just make them big and blocky. Oh, I miss sets like this. So good. And there's a reason why stuff was less expensive back then. We thought this was the biggest set ever, right? We're just like, man, look at this thing. And it was probably $40 because it was like 260 pieces. Oh my goodness. You know, 2 minifigures is probably about that big. Okay. So that's good. Any conflicts so far with any of these pieces? Because most of them have been gray. I just want to make sure. And we're going to save this as not the AT-AT or the 8. We're going to call this the where's theme bent? There we go. This is going to be AT-AT. What is this? RoboForce. Cool. All right. All right, cool. Yes, thank you. I'd love to see it. I don't even think I need to put tiles on this now, and I can keep this segment in here, but I might change some of this just so it looks more like this. In fact, do these come in blue? They do. Are they expensive? That is, they're not. Perfect. Yes, good start. Okay. So now, replicating the legs. So the legs actually attached up here, which means they don't need to be as tall, and honestly, they don't need to bend. But I still want them to be the same height. So let's take one leg and move it over here so we can get the right height and kind of the right je ne sais quoi. So the foot, I still want it to look like an AT-AT. We're going to be using these slopes. Again, I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible because these were simpler times. So the foot is going to use 4 of these. Just in a big circle like this. And that should be roughly the same size as an AT-AT. That doesn't leave me with a lot. That's still very skinny from this on up. If I make it bigger, the feet are going to get in the way of each other. So let's do these slopes instead. Oh, I've got it. Which ones are the newer ones? B? I'm guessing B is the newer one. There we go. So these were big on facet bricks, if I remember correctly. I think you can see a facet brick in here, right here. Or that just may be, I think there's a facet brick under here too. So what I want to do is use these guys. Maybe the other way? Yes. A 4x4 plate. That would connect. Can I just put that in there? Oh, you know, it would be funny. Let's do this. Because I think these were available in black. I think they use these a lot. I don't know what that did. Oh no, gray right there. Okay. I'm gonna put this guy here. And then underneath these guys on the front. Oh no, wait. Modified plate. I want my two little laser guns. It's kind of cheating because these guys are a little lower than a plate. So maybe not. But I like doing this. And I have a lot of these. Yeah, that'll be all right. I think that's a good start. And then we've got options for connecting. I should probably connect these together, but these are connected. So let's look at this. These are connected to here. They're also connected to here, which is connected to this plate. So what I'll probably also do is just put a big tower bricks in here and then connect it to these facet bricks. So it's still like held up together, but this is a good start. So how much, let's take a look at this again. I probably definitely going to have these grill bricks in here somewhere. Let's start by doing this. And then I think that's as big as I want these feet to be. But they can be chunky because they are slightly, because the legs have to be long. And AT-AT legs are stupid long because they, I mean, I get it. The evolution of the AT-AT is from the ATTE, which was low to the ground, 6 legs, but had a habit of being able to, was susceptible to like rocket fire and ground troops being able to get underneath it really easily. So they raised everything up so the troops were, the carrier part of the troops were safe. And also they could kind of walk up next to docks to like landing platforms without having to like figure out how to get up to them and stuff. So a little bit of safety there. So this is a good start. It's about 10 o'clock. So I think I'm done for the night. 2x2 round plate in black. Oh yeah, underneath. Yeah, I might do that too. I don't know of the stability of this because it does come a little lower. You can see it comes a little lower than the plate, but that might give it a stability bonus. And there's also one that's more out to the side too. So if I can find those in black, great. But this is a good start. I like where this is going. Probably work on this again, maybe the same pattern as today. On Sunday, we'll do a little Q2, a little bit of this going forward. If I can talk Beth into building sometime, we'll work on this together. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great weekend coming up. Go out and do something fun, see a movie. We're going to go see The Odyssey on tomorrow night. So you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.